how growth is changing and what to do about it. Right now, it's easy for business leaders to focus on the immediate headwinds. Slower demand, global uncertainty, tighter capital, it's all happening. And I know it's really, really tough. But step back a bit and you see a different picture. Because there are some very strong growth drivers already in motion. Drivers that could shape your business for the next 5 to 10 years. I was reminded of this when I was listening to a presentation by Nandan Nilekani at a recent investor conference. It was done by Fireside and hosted by my very close friend Kanwaljit Singh. I put the YouTube link below and you can have a look at it. I really recommend it. It's really good. So he laid out 3 trends that should make business leaders in India not just optimistic, but more ambitious. And I agree with him. But more importantly, these trends point to a deeper question. Not just why growth is possible, but what to actually do about it. India is a platform, not just a destination. What do I mean by this? India's growth story is real, right? And Nandan alludes to it in a lot of his presentation. $1 trillion of economic value over the next 5 years, rising consumption beyond the metros, a new, more aspirational consuming class coming into the economy. But it also creates a blind spot. When your home market is growing this quickly, it's easy to stay focused only on the domestic opportunity. And that can limit ambition. Because while India grows, the global economy is expanding even faster, adding trillions of dollars, not just in 5 years, but every year. So the real opportunity is not just to grow within India, it is to use India as a launchpad to build globally competitive businesses. Not just exporting commodities or white label products, but building branded, differentiated offerings that can compete across markets. That shift will matter more than most leaders expect. Trend 2, digital is expanding, but the advantage is still human. The second growth driver that Nandan alludes to is the continued expansion of the digital system. UPI, internet penetration, easier access to credit, payments, etc. All this is going to bring more and more people in India into the formal digital system. But here's where many businesses get it wrong. They assume that in a digital world, the advantage comes from better technology. It doesn't. It comes from understanding people better. Because even in digital systems, customers are still dealing with very real concerns. Is this safe? Is it too complicated? Am I making the right decision? And they are driven by very familiar motivations: status, security, a sense of control. So the companies that win will not just build better tech, they will reduce friction, they will simplify choices, and make customers feel more confident in what they're doing. In other words, they will use digital not to impress customers, but to reassure them and to make things easy for them. Trend 3, GenAI, powerful, but not a one-size-fits-all. The third trend is GenAI. The use cases are expanding widely across functions. But it's important to recognize that GenAI is not just a tool or a solution. The set of capabilities spanning automation, content generation, and decision support that can be applied to a wide variety of cases across businesses. For some businesses, it may transform the way they engage with customers. For others, it may reshape their internal workflows or how decisions are made, which is why the challenge is not just on adoption, it's on focus. As Nandan Nilekani has pointed out, implementation is not straightforward in GenAI. That means businesses need to make very clear choices. Where will GenAI actually make a difference to how you work? How will you need to change your organization to realize the value of GenAI? Because the real barriers are rarely technical. They're human. Habits, existing workflows, and the resistance to change. So GenAI is a powerful growth lever, don't mistake me, but only for organizations that are clear about where it matters and are willing to adapt the way they work to make it happen. So yes, there are headwinds, for sure, but there are also real growth drivers. And the leaders who benefit from them will be the leaders who, first of all, use India's growth to build globally, and the ones who use digital to solve real human problems and focus GenAI on where it actually improves how they operate and how they relate with customers. At RedVent, this is the problem we work on with businesses, identifying what customers are actually valuing and building around it in a way that drives growth. Because growth doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing the right things better. And the choices you make now will shape how your business grows over the next decade. Thank you. If you like this video and would like to subscribe to our channel, just click on the button below and you'll get notified whenever we post our next growth stories.